Hi guys, so hopefully this might be kind of quick, I don't know. I wanted to come to you guys with some little tips because I've heard some different questions from you guys, especially from this some of the diamond press sets that were available last craft day on HSN. I haven't checked to see if they're still available, but if I do have links, they will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase through those links. But this is really geared toward, you know, I know a lot of you guys ordered them, and then the question was that I get a lot is on this Gatefold flower dies, and then the Poinsettia ones too, they're very similar, that sometimes whenever you use the same die and then you have to flip it to make the flower, like I showed you in the other reviews or tutorials, one of them, you know, has that nice embossing kind of look because when you push down from the die, but then the other one, when you flip it over to the other side, it has more of a rough look, right, around the edges, because that's just how it is, because the die pushed it on one side, but the other side got the rough cut, right? And so it's kind of funny because when I first made the video, the review, I was like, oh, you know, I made like a pop-up card, and I thought that was really fun because once I layered these things, it didn't really bother me that one side was a little different, right? And when you flip it and layer them, but I still have a couple people asking about that. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do that. And then I have a fun idea for the gingerbread set, which I know is sold out. But you know, you guys picked it up and I'm sure you want more ideas. So I will grab that too. So, but initially, let's just start off with this. So I just grabbed the floral one. Again, you can do this with either set, but I'm going to take this guy because I do love this flower, and I think it's the easiest one to kind of see what I'm talking about here. And I just grabbed some purple paper, and I'm assuming, not that I'm assuming this is going to work, I know this is going to work, okay, but I'm just going to cut this paper here, and I think there's a couple things that we can do to help you hide that, if, you know, if that's what you want to do. So I'm just going to fold this in half so we can cut out two at once, because you need the two pieces anyway. So I have a marquee here, and this is not a review, so normally on review videos you want to say that, you know, the company had sent you these things free, because that might shade your opinion, right? I mean, that's what that disclaimer's for, but these are items that Diamond Press had sent to me for free initially, so I'm just using them today. Let's see here. I know it's always weird because I'm like, I don't have to say that because I'm not giving my opinion today, but at the same time, I don't want people to say, hey, I know you got those and you didn't say anything. You're not required to say it for those kind of videos, but here we go. So again, you have to flip one to make this work, right? And then people don't like the way, you know, this is kind of rounded, that nice, and this is a little more rough. So what I think, so you guys already know, I love to spray my flowers with water. We've done it a few times in different tutorials. Long years ago on my old channel, I used to do it all the time. I'm not gonna put water on them yet, but what I wanted to do first is a couple different things. You can run them through your embossing folder. So I just grab my embossing folders. I know we haven't used them in a while from Diamond Press. And you want one that's a little more busy. You don't want one that has too many gaps. So like this one would be great, and maybe this Damask one. I'm gonna use this lacy one. Oh, and actually I need to cut out two of these, but I'll do that in just a minute. And you know, it doesn't matter what side you emboss them on because you're gonna flip it to wherever you want it. So just however, put them in there, and I'm gonna roll it through. This already helps hide the rough edge, if not take it away almost, because just because of the way the embossing folder is designed, you know, the pressure it puts in there. So hopefully you can see that that helps distract, right? I mean, that's pretty good. So this is the rounded one, this is the other one. Okay, but you know me, and then from here you can just take your bone folder, same thing like I showed you. I like my flowers to have some dimension, so I was bone folding them like this, and then layering them up the different layers, right? So I like that better than just a flat flower. And I'll just do this one, but it's not gonna matter right now. Let me put this to the side. So then I'm gonna bring my little water, and I love putting water on paper like this because it crinkles it up and then it leaves it kind of crispy feeling, and they feel so pretty. I love it. So just spritz it with water and squeeze them. Okay, I know it always looks like, what are you doing whenever I do this, but you can just leave it balled up until it dries up. But right now I'm going to open it back up just so you have an idea, and I'm gonna do the same thing with a second one. Okay, so I just did it with this first layer, and I'm just gonna do 2 layers just so you can have an idea of what you can do with these to kind of get them going, make them look a little more organic. I promise it's gonna look pretty. It's not gonna look crazy. I will be right back with another set. Oh, and then to dry it quicker, I'm gonna hit it with a heat gun just so that they dry, and making sure they have plenty of dimension. Okay, so I'm gonna do that with another layer. Okay, I have my flower bits here, but we do need a couple of things. I'm just going to put it on a little 4-inch card. This is just some Crafters Companion Centura Pearl cardstock, 4 by 8 inches. So when I fold it, it's a 4-inch card or base. We are going to need a flower center, so let me grab something for that. It's really going to stand out, and I haven't used this little center, so I'm going to use that. Because I'm just going to make it one flower. I'm not going to do the gatefold thing with it. I'm just going to make it a complete flower. So we just need a little of this. And I have some pearlescent, I don't know if I should use the pearlescent one, but I have some green pearlescent stuff here, and I just want to get a couple of leaves. I think I didn't use this one last time because I used the one that cuts out. So we can do this one. I'm going to roll it through twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. We need a few leaves, probably 3. So just going to take this, get the marquee, roll these through, and I'll be back when I have everything cut. And then we should be able to just layer this all up. Whenever I go to edit videos, it makes me laugh because I'm always like, okay, and then we'll just layer it up, or we'll just put it together, and then there's still like 3 or 4 or 5 more steps. I don't know why. I think boom, 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 and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this, this, and this. So I say it like so many times in a video. All right, we'll bring back our little base. These might still be a little bit wet, but I'm just gonna go for it. And just put down a nice glob of glue. And I'm still going to put them together, like, you know, obviously in the middle. You can probably layer them a little closer together if you wanted. You know, you can do whatever you want. I'm just sticking this right down here. And what's nice is that they have like a crunchiness to them. I love the way wet flowers feel. And then again, you can use your distress crayons, your art crayons, or I showed you, just spray them with, you know, your sprays. You got your tattered angels, whatever stuff. Bring it out, spray it on, color, you know, just white cardstock, and you're good to go. And I am going to layer this one differently. So this one had the 2 petals that are perfect and the one that's cut in half right. So this time I'm going to layer up this other way, but you can also just put it however you want because we're not looking for a gate folding. We're just putting these down. So it can be any old way. I'm just going to put it this way, I suppose. And I am going to hold it down, just like the first layer. And then you can still mess around with these, obviously, when we're done. But this can happen with the poinsettia, the daisy one. You can do it with all of them. The daisy one's a little more delicate. I think the poinsettia would be lovely just with the, maybe just with the embossing and then go from there. But again, however you want to do it. And then I'm just going to put a little dot here for this guy. Again, I could have layered it up. I just wanted a quick little tip, you know, a little something else that you can do with these. For those who, you know, want it to look a little more uniform. And then I always forget my leaves and I always want to tuck them in later. So I'm just going to tuck in some leaves. I'm just put some glue. Maybe one there. Let's put, I always like to put 1 and 2, or 2 and 2, or something like that. If I'm still in frame, okay. So hopefully that gives you just a little other idea of how to use them if you want to do that. And look at that dimensional flower. So pretty. I think it's a lot of fun. All right, let that glue dry. And let me go grab my little gingerbread set and show you the little idea I had, and hopefully you guys will like it too. Okay, so I have my set here, and I'm just going to do this kind of quickly, so I'm not going to go through with the whole exact thing that was in my mind, but I think this will be very cute. So what I'm going to do is take the little house stamp, and again, white embossing powder would be really lovely. I'm just going to stamp it real quick with some black ink, just so that we can get a, you know, good look, and just you'll understand what I'm trying to do. And we'll do that. But let me get something to stamp with. Let's see. I'll just do some VersaFine. So I'm just going to ink this up again just for the idea, and I think hopefully you guys will think this is kind of cute. And we're going to make a card instead of a 3D house, okay? But it's still going to have a little dimensionality, and I'll show you why. Now, obviously it has no roof when I show it to you next. You can, if you want to fashion a little roof with the little gumdrops and things, that would be really cute. I'm going to let this dry for a second, and then we'll continue. But like I said, we'll talk about the roof in a minute. Again, real quick, I just grabbed some colors here. We can still ink this little cutie up because if you want to add a little color, just kind of like I did in the other video, I just added a little bit of color here and there. So I'm going to go through and color in some of these little areas. Just red and just some green on the little leaves, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to get my little guy here, and even though that part of this is missing, like it's going to be off the edge, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I do want some of it there. I do want those little portions that kind of helped put your house together. In this situation, it's going to help make the house look a little puffy on your card, and hopefully this will make sense. Let's do this real quick. I don't know, I was like, I can do these 2 different videos, but I thought, I'll do it all in one because just some different tips that you guys might like there. And so let's get this guy going. And then I'm going to go grab like a card base because we need something to put this cutie on, okay? I will be right back. Okay, so I just have a standard A2 size card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Folded in half. I don't know why I keep this on here. Let's put this over here. And then I got a piece of paper just from a cardstock that card pack that I have. And it would be cute to distress this, but I'm not going to do that. So let me just turn this over. And I think we do need to distress our little gingerbread though, don't we? We like to give him a little cooked look. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy and then we're just going to fold back these little pieces. And I wanted to keep those because I think when we glue it, if we can use those to make it look more dimensional, you know what I'm saying? Use those to our advantage. I think that's very cute. So I might have to cut a little bit, like maybe off this tip here, but maybe not. Yeah, I might. Okay, let me get some ink. Is Fire Brown too dark? Let's see. This Fire Brown, it's very rich color. Okay, so let me grab one of my tools here. I'm just gonna go around and add a little baked goodness. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I want to glue this down. I'm going to glue it like this to give a little dimensionality. I don't think we need to cut anything. I was going to cut some of this off, like maybe this piece, but I'll cut a little bit, but I don't think it has to happen. Alright, and then I'm going to take something like tacky glue because this stuff sticks and it will not let go. Get this all over. Now, if you wanted to put a little roof, if you think it'd be cuter with a little roof, I'm telling you right now, you can definitely do that with this because, like, as I'm doing this, 4 of these little gumdrops in a row, and then, of course, we have our die that cuts that out, so you can cut it out and then just cut that 5th one off. Fits right across the top here. So, like, let's say you wanted to fashion a little roof that just lines the edges, you can definitely do that very easily. But that wasn't part of my initial thinking, so right now we're just doing a cute, quick little thing. And then, of course, I'm going to stamp one of our little gingerbread men and color him in and pop him on here too. But how cute is that? I just think that makes for a fun card. Just a little something different, something else you can do with that set. I'm going to hold this in place for a little bit, and I will be right back just to show you. Okay, so I kept stuff sitting on this just to kind of hold it down for me. Heavy things. Look at that. And it looks like a piece of gingerbread. Seriously, like when you make a gingerbread cookie, I mean, this is exactly what it looks like. A little puffy. I like to keep mine without getting too brown on the edges. But anyway, I did cut out a little gingerbread man. I just watercolored him because I'm telling you, watercolor right now is my go-to thing. It like, I did this in 2 seconds and you probably can tell. But I'm going to put this little guy here. You know, or don't, or just have your little sentiment, or do whatever you like. But I think it's really cute. So I just want to give you guys another way of using that little gingerbread house. If you didn't want to make a little house, you can use them in different ways over the holiday season. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that gave you some tips, and I hope that helps you out for those who wanted to see something different with the flower there. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.